So there are 13 grounds for divorce in Georgia, but I think it's easier to think about them as two types. You have a no-fault divorce and you have the fault basis for divorce. In Georgia, you always generally plead for the no-fault divorce because you don't have to prove anybody did anything wrong to get the divorce granted. You just have to prove that the marriage is irretrievably broken. The fault basis you see a lot are adultery, cruel treatment, habitual intoxication, those sorts of things. But those require proving those allegations. And so you may have a no-fault divorce and you may have a no-fault, and you may also add some fault basis in there because there's some other strategic reasons to do that. In Georgia, assets are divided on an equitable division basis. That doesn't mean 50-50. It means fair as the court system can be sometimes. But the court's going to consider fault for the divorce. So if there was adultery or cruel treatment, that may play into how the court decides to divide the assets equitably. So in Georgia, when we divide the marital estate, that includes assets and debts. Assets generally that we see are a home or real estate, real property. The furnishings and things like that also have to get divided up. And then we also have to divide debt. And a lot of times we see that in the form of credit card debts or second mortgages or HELOC loans on a home. Alimony in Georgia is very discretionary to the trial judge. The court's going to look at one party's need, the other party's ability to pay. They're going to look at factors that surrounded the divorce. Oftentimes you see alimony after about 10 years of marriage, 10 and up, but you do see some short-term alimony sometimes in cases where one party is completely financially dependent on the other. So there are two types of custody in Georgia. There's legal custody and physical custody. Legal custody is the ability to make decisions about how the child is going to be raised. And Georgia looks at this in four main areas: religious upbringing, education, extracurricular activities, and non-emergency medical care. We often see joint legal custody awarded to both parents, with a parent having tiebreaker on those four categories. Physical custody is literally who's got the child or children and when, and you'll have a parenting plan that sets out regular visitation schedule, holidays, particularly the holidays specific that are important to your family, things like summer break from school, and you can take that plan and literally map out a calendar for the year to see which parent has the children on which days. If you have any questions about divorce in Georgia, custody considerations, property division, and alimony, give us a call at the Manili firm, and we're happy to help answer those questions for you.